Welcome to Melissa Honey Speaks, where we chat about feminine magic, mindset, and manifesting. I'm your host and feminine magic guide, Melissa Honey. Welcome back to another episode of Melissa Honey Speaks with your host, Melissa Honey. So on today's episode, we're going to talk about we're going to go into a brief overview of a spicy topic. We're talking about sex magic and just a brief overview of what it is, the energy, and things of that nature. So sex magic is using sexual energy to move along your manifestation. So this is kind of a continuation of my last two videos, which is kind of like the next step. But I'm just leave it by itself because I want to just do a brief overview to get you familiar with the topic if you're not already. So sexual energy is the highest energy that there is. We know that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can be transmuted. And if you've ever read the book by Napoleon Hill, I don't know why the name is leaving my mind, but the name just left my mind. Anyway, you know what book I'm talking about if you know I'm talking. If you know, you know. So anyway, if it comes to me in a second, I'll say it. But anyway, Napoleon Hill wrote a book, and chapter 9 of his original book was about sexual manifestation or sexual transmutation of sexual energy. Basically using the energy of sex to make your manifestations, to bring more energy to them. So the idea is that men and women can use this energy separately, or they can use it together. So the energy of sex, like I said, is the highest form of energy. You put that energy into, you kind of, what's the word I want to use? You can kind of implant your manifestations with the energy. So when you're feeling your sexual energy rise, you can use that time to really think about, meditate, explore, think about, write about your manifestation. So what is it that you want to manifest? So we talked about manifesting new relationships, new cars, new homes, new experiences, whatever. So whatever you have in your mind that you want to manifest, you can use sexual energy to boost it, to basically kind of give it a little boost, kind of give it a little kick in the pants, to make the energy, to make your manifestations grow faster, grow bigger, better, all that. So with energy of sex, so say you're using it by yourself, sexual energy, everyone has it. You use it when you're in that space of your sexuality, when you're in a space of what's what I want to use. So your sexual energy is increasing. Everyone, like I said, everyone has this energy, and when you're writing, when you're meditating, before you go to bed at night, you can use this energy to give your manifestations a spark. Like I said, Napoleon Hill talks about this in his book. And you think about it, Napoleon Hill wrote this book a long time ago. So if Napoleon Hill knew about the fact that you could use your sexual energy to manifest quicker, better, faster, then why aren't we all using it? I think it's sometimes because we look at sexual energy as being something negative, but it's not. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. It's just transmuted. You just change it. So you're taking that energy, your sexual energy, and you're building up and you're building up and you're building up, and you're using it when you're meditating to bring about your new experience, to bring about your manifestations. You're using it with your partner so that you and your partner can create better, bigger goals. You take your goals and you bring them into your sexual experiences with your partner. When you hit orgasm, you would think about your manifestation. What's the goal? What's the end result that you want to see at the end of your goal? And that's how you manifest. It's like when I'm talking about building up energy, you're just putting the energy into your manifestation. You're taking your sexual energy from your body and you're using it in your mental mind to bring your manifestations to life. Basically, it's like going from a black and white picture to a bright picture, a picture in color, versus that black and white, the dull, I want this goal, it's nice, it's great. And then you instill that goal with the sexual energy that you have, or that you and your partner have together, and all of a sudden it gives it a spark. It's like fireworks. So imagine giving your manifestations or your goals that kind of energy. That's what sex magic really does for your manifestations, for your goals. So you've set your goal, you've nurtured your goal, you released all of the things around your goal that you think are keeping you from your goal. And now what you want to do is you want to instill your goal with the energy. You want to love on your goal. You want to use your sex magic to give it a spark. It's like lighting it on fire, setting your goals on fire, and then the next step and the next step and the next step, and then your goals become faster and faster and faster. And the energy of your goals, you begin to see things manifesting faster and faster and faster because you're giving it energy. You're giving it sexual energy is the energy that creates what? Babies. So if you were using that sexual energy to create not just babies, we talked about that before. We think about the womb and how babies are created in the womb, but also we think about how sexual energy creates bigger things. It creates, not bigger than a baby, but creates different things. Not just babies, but also it creates new cars, it creates new experiences, it creates new businesses, it creates anything that you want from that space of the sexual energy that you take, and you use it for all your manifestations, use it for all your goals. It's just not for just sex and pleasure. And of course, that's part of sex and pleasure, of course, is the pleasure part. But also when you think about the fact that that is the highest energy, and you're putting the energy into your manifestations, it's like I said, it's giving your manifestations a spark. It's giving you it's making your manifestations come to you quicker because you're using it. And then when you're using it with a partner, of course, it makes those goals begin to come faster. They begin to show up, and you don't even know why they showed up. It's because you use your sex magic. You use that energy to talk about what do we want to create together. If you can use these steps with your partner. So you create a goal, you nurture that goal, you release all the things that are around that goal. Then you and your partner use that sex magic to really give that goal a spark. And you kind of set it on fire, and it's like, oh yeah, now it's working, it's working, it's working. And because you've given it the energy, the transformation of sexual energy is what brings you. It makes it's just faster. Of course, like I said, sometimes we think about sex and pleasure as being a negative thing, but it's not necessarily. When you think about it from the fact of manifestation, you think about it from the aspect of magic. It's the magic of that energy. Like I said, by yourself or with a partner. Even anyone can use this energy however they want, but it's really it really takes the negativity out of it when you think about, oh, you know what, I can use this energy now to create new things. It's not just for creating babies, but now I can create that new house I want, that new car I want, that new job I want, that new relationship I want, because I'm using this energy to create with. And like I said, you transmute that energy into new ideas, new cars. You're transmuting your energy, and that's what sexual energy is. So it's moving the energy along. Sex magic is about taking your sexual energy and putting it into the goals that you want. And then when you do that, your manifestations and your goals become larger than life. And then there's no way that you cannot manifest when you use that energy for manifestation purposes, not just for making babies, but also to create the things that you desire in life. The physical things, the mental things, everything can be created everything can be created anyway, whether you use sexual energy or not. But imagine if you use your sexual energy to create the things that you want. How would that change your life? How would you go from just regular manifestations or manifestations that take a long time, or goals that become, they drag them out, they take forever, to now giving your manifestations this extra energy, this energy boost per se, to now make your manifestations come to you faster. How would that change for you? How would that make your manifestations better? How would that make maybe your husband or your wife? How would that change your goals that you set together? Would that help you to take a long-term goal and turn it to a short-term goal? Would it do that for you? It could. So I just wanted to come on today and give you a brief introduction of sex magic and what it does and how it works and where it can come from and where it can take you. Later videos we'll talk about a more in-depth conversation about sex magic and the ins and outs of it and how it actually is done, how you can use it. I'll give you a step-by-step guide per se to using sex magic in your life, in your relationships, to manifest your big goals or your small goals. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in today. Please like and comment and share. And if you like our content, please subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Links below.